welcome to G Mentions TV. Happy to
Appreciate
have
it,
you
man.
here.
Hey, I'm happy to be here, man.
Yeah. So, um, we're enjoying this beautiful weather, beautiful Florida weather.
Oh, we got a nice little breeze that came in right when you said it.
Absolutely. It's to die for.
Yes, it is.
And yeah. But so what we're going to talk about today is just current events. We're going to talk about, hey, let's talk. Let's talk about what's going on in the world, not necessarily what's going on politically. What's going on in the world? What's going on with you? What's going on with me? What's going on with the world? I always say, you can't get too emotionally tied to the the TV's over there, but
Right.
you can't get emotionally tied to Fox, CNN, however you may think, because that's not your world.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's always been something I live by. So what are your thoughts on what's going on in the world? I don't watch the news like I used to, or all that good stuff. But what do you think about what's going on in the world right
Uh, I I would say that we're in a situation where we need to make sure our household is in order first. Like, can't really, like, the news and all that what's going on. Make sure
now? Right.
your house is good. And that's mainly like the thing. Like, we can talk about like gas prices, this and that, but at the end of the day, you still gotta wake up, you still gotta go to work, you still gotta handle business. So it's kind of like, if we just keep that mind frame as I still gotta do what I gotta do,
Absolutely.
I think it will be in a better place. It's not blaming this and that. What can I do to better myself?
Right. Right.
Right?
Right.
That's how I look at that.
So E, let me ask you this, because you hit a point. Do you think that, or how do you think that the world's climate affects you? Because you mentioned something, especially as us as men.
Mm-hmm.
We have to provide and make sure, think ahead, think 10 steps ahead before something happens and all this here. But in that do you think that affects, like, what's going on in the world's climate, whether it's gas prices or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
How much of that really affects what we eating tonight? You know what I mean? Where do we go vacation, or what do we do XYZ? Like,
Right.
what's your thoughts on that?
It changes because we kind of in a situation where we don't know what look what Trump gonna do. Trump may wake up and be like, you know what, I'm upset with them, and then prices go back up, or he may say we cool and to go back. And we never really been in that type of situation for us, because the first time that we were probably even able to vote was Bush, W. Bush,
Mm-hmm.
the son,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? And then we had 9/11 right after that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So our generation grew up with, if we followed politics, we were always screwed anyway.
Right.
As
Right.
far as like those dynamics. But it's harder now, because now we the breadwinners. Like, we just not, okay, I'm gonna go work at Chili's, to make sure rent paid. This is like, we got families, we got responsibilities now. But it's really,
Right.
but it's just the same thing. Like, it's the mentality. Like, okay, is you gotta adapt. Like, if they want to be a chameleon, we gotta be a chameleon. Like, I'm not really big into like the stocks and all that, but just every day, if I notice that beef is going up, I may have to cut back on some certain things.
Right. Right.
And
right.
that's even with gas. Gas go
Right.
up, you just gotta cut back.
So, you know, we teach our kids, we can't control the world, and the dynamics of it. You know, now the focus is the fuel, the keeping the straight, getting oil from the foreigners and all this, and you can't control that. You know, I've been in Iraq. I've been in Iraq where you couldn't control what was falling out the sky.
Right.
Now, I don't think Americans realize they're in a good position here. You know, it's nothing going to fall out the sky in America.
Right.
And I'll tell you why. Because we have a very elaborate defense system. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, whether you like Trump or you don't like him, or you worried about what country he done pissed off and all that there. But the biggest thing is we sitting outside and we don't have to worry about nothing falling out the sky. And I think you don't realize that until you've been in a place where you were worried about, and I'm literally talking about like something falling out the sky.
Right.
I'm talking about a bomb falling out the
Right,
sky.
right.
But that the space we're in a good place. We're in a good place as far as security.
I think a lot of people got gripes with it is because he campaigned on, he was ending wars, like the whole like a lot of people voted for him that he wasn't gonna put us in this situation, and then a year and a half later,
no foreign war. Yeah.
we in this.
I just heard that. Yeah.
We in this situation.
Right.
So it's like, oh man, like.
And to take the political out, because I'm not. You see, I'm unbiased.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Just based on the principle of, as we live life, we have to do what's best for our families.
Right.
You know, back in the day, you live life or you worked to pay bills. But now you have to work to do the basics, and also, you see what I'm saying? And that speaks a lot on the economy. I don't think the average job is set for you to pay bills and live life. I think you almost have to pay a bill with one job and live life with another job. You know, that's what I've been, experiencing. Or life is set for you to have two incomes in the household. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as you get wiser with money and all that, and how to do what and all that there. So I think it's very important in today's current events to focus on family and do what's right. Make conscious, responsible decisions for your family.
Right.
So, but to get off the political thing, man, what's going on with you, man? I mean, what you got going on? What you?
Just living life, man. I'm in like a little pool league that I've been in. We won the division.
Cool.
I went to a tournament that could have got me to the next step to go into playing in Vegas. We lost in the second round, but it was like just happy to be there. Like next time, you just try to build on that. So that's kind of my when I'm not working, not with the family. That's like my extra thing that I do, and do whiskey reviews. So that's like that's my time.
I'm gonna tell you, man. A lot of men have a hard time doing anything else from waking up, going to work, and coming home. So anything other than those two things, you living life.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you have to have an outlet or you have to do something that you enjoy. I got a friend that bowls. I'm like, he been bowling since we was kids.
Right.
And he's still bowling. I love that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's his thing. He's still doing it. So I always encourage, man, I don't even care if it's playing video games. You might get clowned for it. Like the damn video game. Because again, you have to do something other than work
Right.
and home.
Right. But even like with video games, it's not like video games when we was growing up, like Tecmo Bowl, where you had to sit
Nintendo.
on the same couch. Like you know, you can play
You
with people. You can play with people online and
It's
do it in the
unsocial.
cover. Right.
It's
right.
unsocial, but it's called social.
Right. Right.
It's called social
Right. You
media.
ain't gotta invite your friends over to do it. So I would get back into it. Like I used to play video games. Like
Right.
I got the little mini Nintendo game. If sometimes I just feel like jumping on Mario Brother,
Right.
I play that for a little bit.
Right.
Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Right.
I do that, but I don't know, man. These new graphics, man, they're like, ugh.
Man, I bought one Christmas. I bought a what is it called?
What, the PlayStation 5 or
The white one, the tower. I think it's PlayStation. I think it's 5.
that's what it sounds
Man,
like.
about a year ago, 2 years ago, man, I bought it and I wrapped it up under the tree. Everybody wanted to know who it was for. I said it's for the house. Ain't for nobody. It's for the house. Because I don't play video. You know what I mean? I don't play video. You know, my son, when he comes to visit, he loves it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I say, and I tell him, you got a race car game. I don't want to play football. I don't want to play basketball. Put me on a race car game, and I'll play. I play you all night on a race car game. You know what I mean? That's my thing. That's what I like to do.
Right.
So, you know, that's an outlet. But what I'm getting at, that's what I was getting at, full circle.
Mm-hmm.
Video game is an outlet. You know, some men, you know, they get whatever in it. They ain't taking care of the house, and it's no balance.
Right.
'Cause I think everything has to have balance.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you get to the point where you staying up 5 o'clock in the morning, you got to be at work at 9 because
Right.
you want to play you want to play your buddy in Tokyo.
Because
Then that's a problem.
you done neglected a lot
Right.
to do that. So,
Right. Even just having video games in the house, that's just that's a way of me reliving my childhood. Like
Right.
my stepson, I probably can't beat him in no games.
Right,
that he wanna
right,
play.
right.
So sometimes I just watch him play. I'm like, okay, well you look raw in the
Right.
Grand Theft or the Army game they play.
And then too, we could talk. That's a whole nother topic, is parenting in 2026. But we're gonna stick with current events.
Yeah, cause that's
So that's a whole nother.
that's a whole nother.
It made him take a drink.
Mhm.
But
That's stressful in itself.
So right. So but what I wanted to talk about, we're gonna table that to the next video.
Oh yeah.
But what I
Bookmark
wanted to talk about, man, is my city. Yeah, I want to talk about Daytona Beach, Florida. So, me and my wife went to the 3rd annual, I think that's what it said, 3rd annual Crab and Seafood Festival in Daytona.
That don't even sound right, but let's go.
Hey, it was
Where
crab
was it?
and seafood.
Where was it? On Beach Street, downtown?
It was on the Ave. It was on the Ave.
I'm listening.
So we talk about the Ave. Ave is the street that's connected to
Mary McLeod Bethune.
BCC. What they call the school now? BCC.
Cookman.
BCU.
Yeah. BCU.
Bethune Cookman
Yeah,
University.
it's on Mary McLeod Bethune Boulevard.
It's the predominantly black area, and
Well, if you look at it, almost everything outside of the beach side is predominantly black. The south side, Derbyshire, I would call, because that's my neighborhood. That's my area you're talking about. Back in the day it was called Welch, but let's
Right.
I think they go with Midtown now.
okay.
Like
I ain't never heard Midtown.
yeah, well they got a precinct. I see it on the precinct they had out there. The
Okay.
old police department before they made the new one, they
Okay.
still kept that there. It's called Midtown. So if the police call it Midtown, I'm calling it Midtown.
Okay.
But you know, Krispy Kreme, all that.
Yeah, it's between
but all that,
Midtown,
all that is
North,
all
South.
that is predominantly
Midtown.
black, man.
Right. So, you know, we made the national news with the police guy beating up the guy.
Spring Breaker.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That was in that area. That's why the
Uh-huh.
area is so critical But I'll tell y'all this: the city, and I love the city. I think the city has done a great job in what they promote and what they don't promote. So, this was the third annual crab and seafood, whatever, and it was cool. I mean, they blocked the road off, bro. The road was blocked off,
Mm-hmm.
And the food trucks were lined up on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic, people was lined up for the food trucks. They had the police out. They had the those barriers.
Yeah,
Those
Like a block party.
Right,
Like
right.
how they do.
At the park. I
Mhm.
call it the little
Harlem
uh,
Park.
no
Now Harlem. Oh, the one across the street by the with the
with the band shell. I call it
yeah.
little band shell.
Yeah, they got the stage.
Live band was amazing, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good time. Like it was a good time. And what I liked about it was I don't know who's promoting that. It was the third annual. It definitely will be a fourth.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
How was the food?
It was great. It was great. I mean, the food trucks. I'm pretty sure they had to pay whatever.
Okay.
They had prices or whatever, and it was good, man. It was a really cool time. I've never been on the Ave where the Ave was blocked off
Mm-hmm.
from MLK to Ridgeway. I've never been to an event like that.
Mm-hmm.
And what I liked about it was people from all walks of life there, all races, which means that demographic will grow.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. It will be another year. You know what I mean? I think it's only the beginning. And good jazz music at the park, man. Nice band. People sitting watching. It was just a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that for that community because you and I know that community, that area wasn't like that. You see what I'm saying? That area was not like that. Not from what I saw Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as but always they always gonna do the bike weeks. You always back in the day, Sundays was you go to the park on Sundays.
Yeah.
But it was cool and relaxed. Like
and I haven't been on a Sunday.
it was back in the day. I don't think they do it.
You'll
like
be
how
surprised.
They may.
You will be. I'm telling you, you'll be surprised what they do on the Ave. I ain't never been on no Sunday, but I tell you this: I drove through there on a Saturday night a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was thick, not Barrett's thick. It was the whole Ave was thick. I was like, oh, they still out here, and I like that. I like that for us. I like that for us.
I know we got off the political thing, but
Right.
somehow like they did like this little campaign to make Derrick Henry, Mayor Henry, look bad, like on social media. But it's not just him, but all of a sudden, like if I go on Facebook, I'm scrolling. Why I gotta see every time the police are called out to somebody's house? How is somebody just so happily going live? Like I can see somebody get arrested. I can see the tape on every neighborhood. But you wanna know one video I didn't see? I didn't see one of the seafood festival like that. You see what I'm saying? But they'll show me somebody getting arrested
They want you to see.
on South Street and MLK though.
Man, I tell you this.
But that's why I'm thinking a lot of people are starting to come out and
Right. So I'll throw this out there as a current event, but it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
When his wife got pulled over, I hated that because I ain't gonna say I hated that she got pulled over, but I hated his response. I don't know if he did a long thing and this and that, and I was like, and then it was almost like you can see where, cause we in 26, so we seeing socially how the relationship with the mayor, relationship with the police chief, the relationship with the sheriff's chief, the sheriff. But we're seeing that now, and I told my wife, I said, I hate that it's such a political game. It's almost like the presidency. It's such a political game to where those three heads, they should not go public on their disagreements.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It could be a back
But see,
office,
it started from the top.
it could be a back office conversation.
Right.
But the mayor should not go socially about over policing or because he has a following and influence. So what does that do to his following and influence?
Right.
Does that make the society or the Daytona the vulnerable people react? F the police, you know,
But-
you see what I'm saying?
But Daytona police always been kind of. If you ain't got it on camera, they act like it just ain't happened. That's how they are.
I don't think that's a culture of Daytona. I just think that's the culture of police. I don't think it's a culture of Daytona police.
Right.
I just think that's a culture of police. You know, you look at when Chitwood was the city police chief.
Yeah.
And it was F Chitwood, you know, that was the whole thing. Everybody used to say it. You know what I mean? But I like Chitwood.
He was all right.
I like Chitwood. I had no problem with him.
But see, I may like him because I wasn't living in Daytona when he was
But-
the chief.
The issue I have with him now is he's got on this social media.
Oh, want to perk walk the kids and all that.
He's a social media
One thing I'm gonna tell you,
champ. What I'm trying to say, star. You see what I'm saying?
but he was like that before he even came to Daytona. Before he was even that, he had his own little cop show up in Pennsylvania before he even came down. He had a show. Yeah. Now I don't know if it. I seen a couple episodes of it. It was like cops. Like he was there, and so he always was. He wasn't gonna never shy away from a camera.
But what I will say,
But that's what got him the job. I'm not gonna say that's what got him the
Right,
job.
right.
But I'm sure that helped out.
and I've never talked to the guy, but seeing his comments, and it's almost like a little Trump, which have you whatever's about Trump, but the no nonsense policing, or the no nonsense, hey, we ain't gonna have this take over this, and we not supporting that, and you know, and I like that. I like anybody that's in that type of position that can have a no nonsense approach,
Right.
because those positions are so political, and it's hard for those people to say, no, this is not right. We gonna
Right.
you know, versus, you know, bedroom talk with their wife. Oh, should I? What way should I lean towards it? Should I lean toward? Because
Right.
again, that's that political approach.
But as far as I've known since like just watching like movies, you know the chief is under the city commissioner that's under the mayor. Like the mayor is they boss.
Right.
So like whoever the mayor is supposed to be the boss. But it's kind of different in Daytona because everybody know Mr. Hearing, you know what I'm saying? So it's but he should still have a little weight when it comes to like I wouldn't put it out so like he should be able to just call them in the office and kind of handle that. But
one thing I do know, he could have. He chose not to, but you don't know the dynamics of the relationship.
Right.
But those three heads should not. Well, one thing about it, I don't know a lot about the Daytona Beach police chief, but he's really, you know, black and white, professional. I don't know him, whatever.
Right.
But if you go to Facebook with a long dissertation, maybe that's your only outlet because you don't really have no other outlet. But it just shows a little emotion. Like, and in those positions, you shouldn't show emotion. Or you shouldn't have to think you have to prove to the people of, this is what I said. This
Right.
is, you see what I'm saying? Right. So, I told my wife that when all that came, I was like, why are they should publicly, They gotta say that they're one. Now, what happened behind closed doors? Y'all cuss each other out,
Right.
all that. But but in publicly,
Right.
it shouldn't be all of this, that, and the third.
But I feel like Daytona is doing what any other city that's the same size is doing. Like there's
Yeah.
like you don't see that really out of Sanford, and way more stuff probably
Oh.
go on in Sanford than
Oh, you see it out of
like that. No, like I'm just using that as an example.
right,
Like,
right.
Like we blow it up like Daytona, not
Right.
Baltimore. Like
Right.
But they try to make it like you.
Right.
Like
Right.
half the stuff, the police could put out a memo. Like the news should just be reading something that he typed out. Like
Right.
that's how I
Public
look at it.
release.
Like this, yeah.
Right,
Like this,
right.
Daytona ain't like that's our city and all, man. But it ain't
Right.
Daytona, man. We a small town.
But again, going back to the topic, I
Mhm.
love Daytona, man.
Yeah.
I love Daytona. You know, my wife. I ain't gonna say my wife. We have agreed to move, not based on we don't like the area. It's just the real estate. From what we want, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's 25 to 30% more
In Daytona or
in just in Florida.
In
just
Florida, yeah,
Central Florida.
Yeah.
You know, but you know what I'm seeing now, just 5 minutes up the road, like the real estate. A lot of people don't know. There's a lot of nice real estate in the area. So, but the reason why I say that because when I go to Daytona, I'm like, man, yes, it's to us it's Ocean Day,
Mm-hmm.
but to somebody in Texas, they planning the whole trip about coming to Ocean Deck.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, Daytona got a lot to
Man.
offer. Like if you a NASCAR fan, Daytona gonna be more appealing than probably taking the kids to Disney World.
Man, I had a coworker,
Or do both.
well, military friend. Man, yeah, me and my wife went to North Turn. Fuck is North Turn? That's when he gave me all the history. And that's
About
when
yeah.
They had the racetrack on there. That was the turn. That was the North Turn. Like, it's an iconic spot. You got to check out. I ain't never heard of it. I felt a certain way. Like I'm supposed to know my city.
Mhm.
Man, I went on a bike, man. A month or so ago back to North Turn. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I got to put a check in the box on North Turn. But I'm thinking North Turn was like Ormond area.
No.
See what I'm saying? I didn't know it was
The shores, right?
south.
Yeah.
You see
The
what I'm
shores.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, this North Turn? You know what I mean? But again, what I'm getting at, this area has so much to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Area has so much to offer, man. And I think the little piece of life that we have here, it's priceless, man. People spend. We're supposed to be going somewhere this weekend. I don't, my wife, she deal with all that,
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. But we going somewhere this weekend, and it's like, man, people spend thousands of dollars to do that, and we can wake up and we can literally wake up on a Saturday morning and say we're going to X, Y, and Z, and maybe spend $1,000 and come home.
We in the spot, right? But just being in Central Florida where we are right now, we
Bruh.
literally in a spot where we can wake up early in the morning. We can go to New Smyrna. We can see the sunrise.
Yeah.
We can do it all day. We can get in the car. We can drive over to Clearwater or St. Pete and see the sunset
Bruh.
in the same day and on the beach.
Bruh. I woke my kids up. My kids was here for their spring break.
Mm-hmm.
I gave them an option. Hey, did we talk about this last? Anyway,
We
I
may have,
said,
but
I said,
refresh.
hey, What do y'all want to do? You want to go to the water park, or you want to go fly on a helicopter?
I don't know if I heard this one, but I don't keep going.
But that's the
Yeah,
love
the
of
stuff
being
you can.
in the
Yeah,
area,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know, do we spend a couple $100 at a water park, or you want to go on a helicopter ride, fly around the city?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't care. It ain't too much I haven't done.
Right.
I don't care what y'all want to do. You see what I'm saying? But it's just the love of, and I remind, you know, my family about that. Like, we in a place that people dream of living and being.
But you don't really appreciate it until
don't.
you actually.
Not when you raised here.
Right. But if you, and this is not just Daytona, just anywhere. Like you got a lot of people in Florida from north all the way down south. You got a lot of them that never even left their county.
Right.
Now is that a big deal in Miami? No. Like you in Miami, like you really don't have to go nowhere.
Absolutely.
But if that's all you know,
Mm-hmm.
even going to, like when I was young, I used to look forward to going to Georgia just to see the gas prices change from how it was in Florida to you, like you looking at dirt cheap 87 cents.
Absolutely.
Like that was something just to look at the billboards. That was
absolutely.
That was a highlight. Like I stayed up. Like even if we could be going to a trip to Detroit. You know, we leave 4:00 in the morning. I'm staying up because I want to see Georgia. Like
right.
But if you don't see stuff like that, if that's all you know, then that's and then that's just on vacation. But think about living somewhere else.
Absolutely.
Like I lived in Kentucky for a little bit, and it was winter time. I think I caught the flu 3 times within 4 months.
That immune system had
right. Now I love it. Like now that like I sit back even on like videos I do, I'm like I wish I would have made the most of my time in Kentucky. I'd probably be making my own whiskey right now.
You never know.
But I was young, 20. But that little experience, just me living,
it was enough.
That was enough. I moved with my brother in Tallahassee, and even living in Tallahassee was enough for me to see the difference from my comfort zone in Daytona.
Yeah, because it's a different culture, it's a different move around. You want some? You got some straws, man.
I'm good.
Yeah, you know, I do 2 straws.
Yeah, I see.
That's why I brought them out.
Club good vibes.
Hey, we do things a certain way around here.
Right.
But yeah, man, staying on topic, we're gonna get the close. I'm pretty sure we about to an hour, so we're gonna.
Oh, you think so?
I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
Or close or whatever. But current events, anything else?
As far as, man, current events, it's kind of like just really right now it's just you kind of got to motivate and encourage other people, man. Just keep your head above the water. Like no matter if you in an ocean or you in a pond, keep your head above water.
Absolutely.
So that's and don't let the media kind of throw you off. You know, you stay on your track. Like when you wake up in the morning, you know, set some goals that you want to accomplish for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year, and just stay on track. Because once you do that, once you see you doing that, everything else is background noise.
Man, I thought when I made that comment just now, I thought about something. These artists, I'm just gonna keep it vague. I'm trying to keep it vague as possible. These music artists with their personal issues, and it's no ding on their personal issues because they are humans. You see what I'm saying? So what I hate is how society or how the media spins it. Oh, so and so's getting a divorce, or so and so got cheated on. And it's like, I have a hard time with that being a big deal when somebody I really know going through a divorce, or somebody I really know being cheated on. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But
And I hate how the media, it's a big deal. Let's mourn them. Oh, so and so mama died. So man, we deal with that every day down here. And that's why I said earlier, it's levels to it. Ain't all political.
mm-hmm.
It's levels to
Right.
that other world that we follow or that we invest our time in. We have opinions on. Like, you can't just have this. Oh, so and so died.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But we kind of created that monster.
Absolutely.
We created that monster. Like, we at a point now. Remember when DVDs? If you had 4 DVDs, you just watch those. So like if you ain't had cable, you watch those 4 DVDs. Now we're at a point where once you seen a movie, that's you don't even want to touch it again. No matter if it's a classic or already seen that, you on to something else, or you streaming something else.
Absolutely.
Everything is right now. What's the new? And they gotta come up with content. So what better way to this is what happened. That's why like when they together, everybody want to tune in, but they looking for the fallout. And then when the fallout, that's longer because everybody waiting on the fallout. They want to know this and that. So
Absolutely.
we kind of created that.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. So E, as we end this, man, last words. Just want to give you the opportunity to tell the people some profound. You started early. I hate to damn ask you again.
Please do, man. I've been drinking whiskey. He want me to get. He want to hear words from the wise from Whiskey E.
So the last time we did this, my tolerance might be a little bit higher than his, but I'm too old. We too old to compete,
Hey, it might be. It might
I
be.
don't need to compete.
It might be, no.
But, man, my life, man, I've always been an open book.
Mm-hmm.
I share this. I've always been an open book. Not to brag, but to encourage. I think there's a difference.
Yeah.
I don't have it all together. I don't have everything, everything ain't together, man. I'm every day like everybody else. But mental health has always been a big part of my life because I see how it affects everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you asked me what I got a degree in and what I'm going to school for. Because I've always been intrigued about how the brain thinks, how it reacts.
Right.
And I've had a lot of experiences of how the brain thinks and how it reacts. So it takes a little bit of you being vulnerable. And I say that linking it to the open book. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If somebody say they dealt with X, Y, and Z, and if you say you dealt with the same X, Y, and Z, not to say you're countering everything they're saying, because nobody don't want to hear you understand. Right. Everybody want to think that their situation is the worst ever and this, that, and the third. Right. But the moment that you can say, oh yeah, I'm talking about me. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, man, I've been, I divorced. You know what I mean? I've been through a divorce, and I know the woo, and those are the times that were really, really detrimental and really taught me a lot. It gave me a lot of introspect. But I use that as an example, but mental health, and I think the more we share, because people can get caught up with the things that that they're dealing with. I think the military taught me that, man. I done had people. Let me tell you, I done had people show up, talking to town,
Mm-hmm.
comedian, laughing every day at work. That weekend, he put a bullet in his head. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But shit, everybody wanted to fuck with him. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you take that laughing and that joking, and he dealing with something totally. He dealing with some heavy mental stuff, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So mental health has always been a thing for me. I'm always cognizant. The military taught me about, watching signs. Somebody acting different, ask them, is they okay? You ask somebody if they're okay, that could change their decision. If you see something in a person, because we all try to act like we got it all together,
Mm-hmm.
but if you see something in a person, hey, you all right? You was acting a little off. Man, I've been on my job for a month. Massey.
Mm-hmm.
I had to ask that twice. You all right? You a little off. You a little off today.
Right.
Military taught me that.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what you share with me.
Right. But you can probably tell by demeanor,
Absolutely.
blah blah blah.
And,
Somebody.
and again, if you put a bullet in your head tomorrow, I ain't gonna have no guilt behind it.
Right.
Because I did my part.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's very important to, and that's why again, circling back, I always try to
Mm-hmm.
anchor. But that's why I started my channel. I ain't gonna tell all my business. I ain't gonna tell you what's in my bank account
Right.
and all that kind of shit. Yeah. But I try to be open as possible. You see what I'm saying? Because I think the next person needs to know that. He going through that. He overcame that.
Mm-hmm.
I did a post about me starting to work because I know people I used to work with, they ashamed of what I'm doing. They ashamed. If they had to do it, absolutely. And then what that leads to.
Right. But that's just to kind of just go off of that, like how you said, like sometimes you got to make yourself a little vulnerable to even.
Absolutely.
A lot of people we've been playing, especially men. We play this macho. We've been playing this macho character since our late teens.
Men are expected to.
Right. But then, but when it comes to being with a significant other, being a wife, like
Mm-hmm.
the macho-ness in you is gonna make you lose out on stuff that's there to enhance what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of got to put your guard down. And I feel like even because we in our mid 40s, and we know a lot of people that's still dealing with that, and we got this young group of cats that's coming up, and they don't want no parts of it.
Right.
And it's like y'all are missing out on something that can truly, cause two heads are better than one. Like,
Absolutely.
and I know you gotta find the right person to be with.
Man, it's 8.
Oh, 8.
What time we started?
I don't know. I think I got over here like around 6.
Yeah, 6. Okay. I'm trying to not make it be more than an hour. I should have started a timer. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
but that's like we need to we need to express the fact that it's good to have a significant other.
Absolutely.
Like at this point, I don't care what your significant other is. Just have a, like, know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's a roommate that you go, like, know what I'm saying? If y'all want to make a decision to, okay, we doing this and make, know what I'm saying? Like, but just have two heads are better than one. Like,
Right.
and I think that helps out the mental too, because when you doing it by yourself for so long,
Right.
you come up with, like, your brain will just get to a point where you coming up with like conspiracy things and stuff that's not even there,
Right.
that you think you
Right.
overthinking,
Right.
and then once you get to that point, it's kind of hard. And I've been there. And then if everything got to go right for it to get through it, imagine going through all this and your lights get turned out. Now you're in a situation where you just was like going, like, You can be with somebody at work that's he one little thing. So I
Right.
feel like we need to and when I say significant other, I'm not really talking about you gotta have a family, but you gotta have somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's a marriage. Like even you get married to somebody, but
Absolutely.
you gotta have somebody there. Like and
Absolutely.
then when you do it, you gotta maintain that. Like you know what I'm saying? If you make a vow or even if you commit to be with somebody, you gotta know what I'm saying. Hold that up because
Absolutely.
don't be wait till you're 50 and be like, oh, I wish blah blah blah. That macho-ness, it all goes back to you being a macho, you seeing what
Yeah.
everybody else doing, and
Yeah.
it's okay for me to have 2, 3. No, because two, 3 girlfriends ain't gonna help you pay the mortgage. They not they not chipping in on that.
You paying 2 or 3 people.
Right. But you just get you one. Now you paying half.
Right.
And,
Absolutely.
And
Yeah, you paying half all.
Right. But it's like, but I don't think that the kids, young people are really coming up. They coming up with, oh, I'm keeping my options open. Well, until when? Till you're 60?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? So I feel like, man, we need to, us as you know, our generation need to encourage.
And then too.
And that's my last word. So
yeah,
you can close it off.
I'm trying to close it out.
Yeah, you can close it out. My bad.
Because you got me going now. Because I'm like, it's hard for that to happen because mentally, when you get older, you need somebody. But that comes in your 40s, 50s.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You know you need somebody, and that window
A 20,
is closing.
20, 30-year-old might still be teetering tighter and he don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I see it with my parents. My mama needs somebody to wipe her ass. She can't wipe her own ass. Well, yeah, you better hope you can say one of my kids gonna wipe my ass.
Right.
But maybe not.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe the kid got a kid that a child or something like that there, or a job and all this, and now you need you 80, 90 years old, you need somebody to wipe your ass.
Right.
But if you got a spouse that's 89, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's right there with you, that's doing life with you.
Right.
So, but it's hard to get a 20, 30-year-old to really dial into that.
Right.
Because it ain't gonna happen, or I got time and all that there.
Right.
But that's a definitely good point. That's a topic.
And
really.
that's I was just about to say. Let's put a footnote on that one too.
I turned the fire up to give us some light.
Right.
Because I ain't want to get up to turn the light on.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But yeah, we can close on that.
Yeah,
now
we
can do a part 2 of this. But yeah, man, we can dial into that, man, because yeah.
But it's definitely good conversation, man. And
Likewise,
like I told E, man, I got a table of contents of topics that we can go through, man. I just again trying to.
Hey man, as long as you have me over, man. Hey man, I'm just happy to be in the building,
absolutely.
man. We can do this, man. We can talk, man.
Yeah, we can definitely do
talk,
this, man, because I know that someone needs to hear it.
Right.
And hell, I gotta post it.
yeah, that's step one.
Because we had a good one last time.
But man, before and I appreciate it, man, because I like to talk about my city to our city. I like talking about it,
man.
But it's kind of
it gets shitted on.
Right.
It does.
Right. But let's say, like, I just moved to the area, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say my next door neighbor, right? Me and him, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can't talk to him about Daytona like I can talk to you about
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I appreciate this, man, and we're gonna keep this going, man. And that's just one thing. And like you said, we got a couple other avenues we can go down. Yeah, man. So,
but so y'all watch the episode of G Mentions.
GMentions.com. And if you get a chance, man, go to Eric the Whiskey Guy.
Absolutely, check him out.
We doing some things over there too, man. So stay tuned, man. We this little collaboration season right now.
Absolutely, I'm loving it.
Yeah,
I'm loving it. Intentional. Intentional building.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.